Whoa, would you look at that? We're at California Hall.
So now you walk past Dwinell straight. Usually there's like a little hill you gotta like kind of figure out to go above. And we are kind of going lower. This is California Hall, like the back of California Hall, as you would be going back to like VLSB, which stands for the Biolife Science Building. But let's pretend we're just gonna stand like right where my face is. You see this door right here? That's where we would usually stop y'all and have you look at the door and we'd be like, whoa, what
is there anything you noticed that's a little weird about this door?
And then you would look, and then one of your bright minds. Oh, Tina.
How come there's only one handle on the door or no handles?
And then we'd be like, if you look straight across, and then you'd look this way, you'd be like, where? And then you would face the Free Speech Movement Cafe, and then you would see that door, if it has a handle, also only has one. And the one next to it, and the one from the other entrance, and then you'd be like, whoa, why are there only one door handle on one door?
And that's because a few different reasons. One of them is because all of the big administration has offices in this building. As many of you know, Berkeley has a reputation for being very politically active, and one of these movements resulted in students congregating outside, making demands to the university, and then chaining the university inside so they could not leave.
So if we have two door handles, whoa.
If there were two door handles.
And then they like chain them together.
Let me out.
So then they couldn't get out, right? And they're like, well, admin is going to want to go home. And they're going to have to hear us if they want to go home, right? So this was very smart, very good tactic that these student activists did. And it worked, right? They had to listen. But then after that, the university was like, we will never be played again. And so they removed the door handle from the pairing door. So you can't ever close anyone in anymore.
So removing handles from the outside prevents this from happening, or having only one handle on the outside so you don't have anything to chain it to also prevents it from happening.
Fun facts with us.
Now we're going to move on to not only Memorial Glade, but Memorial Glade sits in the middle of two of the biggest and most known libraries on campus. Moffett, which is a 24-hour library, and Doe Library, or University Library, which was the first library.
Let's walk up. No, I think we go this way.
No, it's this way.
We'd be lost.
Well, we're back.
So now we brought you to a bird's eye view, but really you'd be
right here.
Yeah. So we'd be coming up, right? And you see this building right here. That is
Moffett Library.
Yeah, so it's really nice. There's sleeping pods in there. So if you ever wanted to take a nap on campus, you would go to the top floor. So then you see that pine tree. So then you'd go up there and you'd be like, dang, I'm ready to take this nice little nap.
Inside Moffett Library is a few different floors, including a basement floor. The basement floor, believe it or not, connects to the library right there, which is the University or Doe Library, underground to a library that we call Main Stacks.
This is where you do all your late night studying. This is where it gets full, where you can't eat, but you sneak food in there, where you're with your friends, where you can book rooms. And so it's pretty dope because all this piece underground, like all this grass area underground is all a library. So it's really, really like enormous.
And like we mentioned, Moffett is the only 24-hour library on campus, but this extends to Main Stacks since it is also part of Moffett. So a lot of students prefer to do their studying at night in Moffett because it is a quiet zone.
Yep. And then this is also where you would take your grad pics, any cute pics, whether that be in front of this beautiful university library or in this grass area that is filled with people. And there'll sometimes be events, concerts on what is it called?
Memorial Glade.
On Memorial Glade. And then especially just on a nice sunny day, people will get their hammocks out, clip them to the trees. You can lay down, you can sunbathe. It's really nice. I've had a discussion section out there because the day is just so nice. The professor or the GSI would want to go outside.
With me, I was in the class.
Together.
Another cool thing about Memorial Glade is during RRR week, which is the week before finals, the university brings llamas to help students de-stress, and this is where they bring them to. So if you want to take a selfie with the llama, if you want to take several selfies with llamas and your friends, or if you're just there to pet them, sit on the grass, relax for a second, you can find that here.
And then right where we are, so like this corner of the frame, you would then walk down this little road right here.
Move.
That would, they can see the road.
Through this
Right
road right there.
It would take you to the Campanile, which I have been waiting to get to.
Should we head over there, Millie?
Let's head over there. Oh, this way. We've made it to my favorite place.
So we're actually standing on Memorial Glade now, and this is what you will see as you're heading up towards the Campanile.
And there she is, a beautiful Sather Tower.
So the Campanile, also known as Sather Tower, is really, really high.
Yeah. Quick fun story. I don't know much of the details, but I do know that our rival Stanford wanted to also build a nice little tower. So they called us up and they were like, yo.
Oh, we should have reenacted it.
Okay, ready?
Hello, may I speak to UC Berkeley?
Wait, I want to be Berkeley.
Oh.
Wait.
That's I'm Stanford, dummy. Again.
Again.
Hello, may I speak to UC Berkeley?
This is her.
Hello, Mrs. UC Berkeley. I'm calling as an anonymous source. I was just wondering, how tall is Sather Tower?
Anonymous source. I would say our tower is only 100 feet.
Oh, perfect. They said 100 feet. Let's do 110.
Little do they know, it is definitely not 100 feet.
100 feet is not tall at all, but we don't know the exact numbers. Anyway, so what happened is Stanford tried to build a tower taller than ours, but since, you know, Frank Ocean said it best, brain like Berkeley, we're very smart and can anticipate things, we gave them a fake number. So they called us back a while later and it went like this. Hello, may I speak to UC Berkeley again?
Yes, this is her.
Guess what? We just built a tower and it's taller than yours.
Oh, really? How tall is it?
110 feet.
Well, it is my pleasure to let you know that our tower is not 110 feet. It is taller. Goodbye.
So we win.
Today, we win.
Another important thing about the Campanile is that you can go up. If you are a student, it is free. If you're a part of the public, it's $3.
Yes, so you take up a nice little elevator, and then you gotta take, unfortunately, a little roundabout of stairs, and then you get to that open area that you see right there. It's pretty cool. And there you get, on a nice sunny day, you get this beautiful view
Of Berkeley.
Like, it leaves you speechless.
You can see the Golden Gate, you can see the marina, you can see the rest of Berkeley, all of campus.
And especially when it's like not as cloudy and it's just like a nice breezy day, like you can really go up there just to breathe, remind yourself of the beauty that surrounds you. And I think I often will just go quick little glance, like just a little recentering moments. She also sings to us every hour. She's always singing.
On the hour, she marks the time by banging whatever time it is. So if it's 3, you'll hear a 3. If it's 4, you'll hear 4 bells. And then at noon and 6 p.m., you get a little show.
And you can take a little decal that teaches you how to do so.
A decal is a student-facilitated course for a reduced number of units. So instead of 3 or 4 units, it would be 1 or 2 units. And it's on anything such as chocolate making, the prison industrial complex. You can take the Raíces class as an intern for units, or you can learn how to play the bells inside the Campanile.
Really dope opportunity. And if you stand right in front of her, but you don't necessarily want to go in and you still want a nice view, the key is that you stand in the middle of the steps right in front of her and you look straight across and you will see the amazing picture of the Golden Gate.
Let's head on over to the next spot. We're back.
Technical difficulties, but it's fine. So our last stop on this tour is our study abroad office.
Our study abroad office is located next to the Campanile. You just walk a little to the side. You're going to see a building that looks like this. You can't really see where it says Stevens or Stevens Hall, but you do usually see a sign that says Moses Hall. So that's how you'll know you're in the right place.
Yes, so one really cool thing about our study abroad office is that they have like financial aid counseling in regards to how you can go abroad. They have student representatives that have been abroad to talk with you. They also have other counselors that can help you plan when you want to go, how you can afford it, where it is that you'd like to go, and also help you with just steps in regards to which classes transfer. Are you looking for units? And I think they're really nice and patient with you.
It's important to note that while they do have study abroad all over the world, they also have some in the U.S. for folks who don't feel comfortable traveling outside of the U.S. or who can't because of their current status. So there are options available for all folks to study on a campus that's not UC Berkeley. Another important thing to mention about this hall is that it also houses the Ethnic Studies Library. This is the only library, and it actually was student one, student fought for, and it continues to serve our communities. So there are different sectors in there, and most notably, they have a lot of files on Indigenous folks, newspapers, clippings, archives, which is really important because they're accessible by these communities, whereas in other places, they don't have access to them. So that is another place you can study at, another resource for you all. You can scan things, print things,
Yay!
and it's located. Oh, you can't see. Right, yeah, basically right there, where Millie would be right here.
All right, and now we're in this part of the tour. We'd usually be walking down. You'd be now facing Dwinell again, and then we'd be returning to Sprout Steps. Hi,
We're back.
this is the last part of our tour, and we are back where we started.
We're so sorry we couldn't hit a lot of the areas that we would normally hit or areas that you have questions about. We have limited resources. We couldn't find good pictures, or there just weren't any pictures at all. But a reminder that our RRC does do guided tours catered to POC communities. So if you would like a more in-depth tour once classes resume on campus, please reach out to us and we'll accommodate.
Yes, and if you eventually become a Raíces intern, this will be part of the decal where you'll learn how to give tours and participate in incoming high school seniors or any high schoolers that would like to have a tour by us.
So on Millie's side, you would be facing Sprout Hall and Sprout Plaza. Here is Golden Bear Cafe, and this beautiful building in the middle is MLK, where our center is housed. So stop by the 4th floor, check us out, and we hope to see y'all soon. Just kidding.
So please tune in tomorrow to learn more about our housing options here at Cal, and tune in at 4 p.m. to know and to speak to current students to talk about their process, whether they live in the dorms, on campus, off campus, or co-ops.
If you have any questions or concerns, please let us know at the email listed below. And as always, go Bears. That was cute.
Yes! Now we just gotta edit that.
Peace.
What the hell is going on in my line? Do you want me to stop it? Wait. All right, ready?
Perfect.
Move this. Oh, we should go in and out again. Ready?
I'm scared. I'll go this way. You do
Okay.
that.
Wait. What do I do? You put your hair down or no?
Oh. Ow. Okay.
I
Let me see what it looks like. They're gonna be like, oh my god, her hair.
It makes you go bold.
She went away. You're glad.
I feel like the chameleon. Is it chameleon from?
Oh, chameleon.
What's it from Monsters Inc? When he like blends in.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Ooh. All right.
We're so sorry that we couldn't hit some of the spots that we would normally show you, but because of our limited resources, we tried to accommodate as best as we could. Another resource that Raíces offers is guided tours. So if you would like a more in-depth tour, please reach out to our organization through the email that we'll provide below.
And of course, we weren't able to hit all the topics, all the areas that we would have normally been walked around. We tried to jump around, see what we could also find, like good quality pictures to put in the background. Why are you laughing?
They literally just said that.
No.
Swear to God. I was like, sorry, we couldn't accommodate for all of those spots. We'd be able to investigate with the resources. And use
Okay, let's go.